Rah.
Sometimes it's not about, what you think is going to happen or what you feel. People connect to things in strange ways, and at the end of the day, you have to go with their feelings.
Hello. Oh shit. What did I do? Oh, there it is. What's up? What up? I am here. We got Godzilla and Son of Godzilla. That's how it works. On the Twitch stream at least. I need to do the chat block here real quick. What? There we go. We gotta do an MSQ. After I rearrange where everything goes. Oh shit, I chopped it. Alright, I need to find a place for this controller. Everybody else with the raid. Ooh. That would not be fun if that fell on that. You're gonna be lurking because you're drawing, but good luck on your quest. Yeah. Thank you. I need to just make sure I don't knock everything down when I'm doing this. Alright. Got my little area all cleared out so I can play the game. I really do appreciate you drawing me a little Junior. Junior is definitely... The crazy part is, like, everybody has, like, all this crazy lore, and all the crazy lore is legitimately just on the TTS bot. I don't have any lore as far as I know. The only little bit of lore I have is... Junior wanted to be like me, and yeah. Alright. Oh yeah, I gotta make that post. Oops. Let me see here. We gotta do the moon fair pretty soon. I'm kind of like doing something real quick, but... One of the games that I do want to, at least game series that I do eventually want to get through is, Dragon Quest, but that's gonna take forever. Just gotta make sure I do all this so that, yeah. Alright, there we go. Okay, we're good. And then I could just sort of just have everything else pulled up. You know, I'm not even on Windows. I'm not even on Windows. I'm just, like, on Linux. I stopped using Windows, like, I think, like, a month ago. Yeah, it was exactly, like, a month ago, actually. I just got tired of what they were doing. I could talk about it all I need. On how much I don't like Microsoft with what they're doing after a while. Yeah, we had a good run, you know? We had a good run, We had a good run, Microsoft. It's fine. Actually, I kind of don't want that drink over there because that's gonna get like hot and everything. I'm just gonna put it right here and hopefully I don't knock that shit down. Alright. There's like so much going on. I have a lot more going on than I realized. Oh, we're not still pending. What's going on with the I'll put this over here so I'm not really messing with it too much, but I think Rin is still like formatting this. So there's a thing that's being worked on, and it's the Linux Guide to VTubing, because there is no good guide until now. Yo, what's up? Hi, Juicy TV. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. But like, there was no like good guide to Linux VTubing at all. Like, there was barely any there were videos, but there was like not as much documentation as I would hope with what I'm doing, and hopefully it's like helping a lot. But like I'm gonna have documentation. There's gonna be my documentation is gonna link to somebody else's documentation, just so that way like we don't have any lapse in information. Because there's like people who probably don't want to be on Windows anymore. And they're like, I want to be on Linux. You know, like, okay, you can be on Linux. Here's how you do it. And then like if they have issues, they can go to Codeberg and then, you know, put a pull request in. We can make adjustments and kind of just go through that, you know. But yeah, it definitely takes a lot of work into stuff, like to get something like that going. I think like by tomorrow I should have the thing I have to replace sent to me. Then I'll be able to use consoles again, you know? I'm kind of lucky I found it at that price, but it is what it is. The next Twitch payout's getting me I can't fucking speak. I'm gonna get an uninterruptible power supply with the Twitch payout because I need it. Because I can't have like both of these computers hooked up to like this big power strip. This big power strip is mainly meant for like my consoles and shit, which can like kind of handle it because everything goes into standby mode and stuff. But when I have two PCs going and they're kind of like constantly going throughout the whole stream, it kind of gives me just a little bit of a concern. So that's something that I will get. because the last one I had kind of died on me, and could use it. I could use a new one, and I can wait until Monday to do it. I think. Oh. Also, there's something exciting that's gonna happen, but I can't really say it yet. But it's gonna happen. Something I've been wanting for a little while for the stream, but I can't really. I don't really want to say it. I'm gonna kind of leave it until like something else happens, you know. The Azure Dragon. Azure's like blue, right? Yeah. What is this? Let me make sure I'm not following this person. Well, I'm not sure, so I can't fucking pull it up. Have you spelled the person's name? Oh, it's an underscore. Well, I can't really find anything else, but I might as well just... Yeah. It's something I saw on Twitter. We're not gonna worry about it. We got a game to play. But I will say, like, if you ever get tired of Windows, you know, you ever wanna... Oh, shit. The fuck was that? Like, if you ever get tired of Windows and you ever just want to, like, stop using Windows, right? Go to distro C and try out Linux distros. But that also depends on like a lot of other things too. Like if you're gonna ever switch, like hypothetically, right, from like Windows anything really, you gotta A, make sure or know your programs are gonna work beforehand, and B, you gotta be able to let go of a few things that definitely won't work. But it's not all that bad. In my use case, like the streaming PC was kind of hard to get going until like I managed to do it, and then now it's just like a science. But like the gaming PC was like fucking amazing. Like I was having issues with Windows drivers. What's that? Oh, Alpine Coat. Oh. I was having issues with Windows drivers, and this is, this just worked. It just worked. And I like it. I try not to harp on too much about it, because I did like a whole stream just talking about it, but like, I mean, it's like one of my new obsessions, basically, because I use it every day. Which is something I don't, like, I just don't... It's very weird to not use Windows after a while, but at the same time it's very, very freeing, I guess. Because, like, there's a lot of things that do work. And they work well. Like a shit ton of games, like for first and foremost is work. Like if you just like, say you're building a PC, you did not want to pay for a Windows key, right? Normally I'd be like, okay, maybe just go online and get the ISO somehow, or have somebody help you do it. Yo, thank you for the head pat, Ghost Raccoon. What's up? But basically what I'm saying, like nowadays, like you can get Windows if you want. That's fine. But what I'd recommend if you're trying to like save just a little bit of money, because like not everybody's gonna have access to an already ready-made ISO or disk for Windows when they're building a computer. I'd probably recommend, like, depending on what your use case is, just to download Linux on it. Like go all AMD, put 32 gigabytes of RAM in it, put an SSD in it, put like maybe a hard drive if you can't afford other SSDs. Because I have like hard drives in my streaming PC, but I have like an SSD that I actually have things load off of. And then like my gaming PC just has everything's just an SSD in there. But like, oh damn, is he live? Oh no, this is the Dragoon. But what I will say is like say you're building say your bare minimum is like, because Windows costs like $115, $120, $125 just to get a Windows disk or your USB from Microsoft if you don't already have one made, or you just get it by some other means. Just been chilling. 14 subscriptions gone for probably a while, so probably gonna live through you. Damn. Well, yeah. You had 14 subscriptions? Was that like all through Twitch, or was that like stuff like Netflix? But what I will say is say for instance you're building a computer for, like, you don't even have to get two computers. I have it because the second computer was legitimately just a bunch of hand-me-downs that I put together, plus like a little bit that I spent on the side to kind of get everything going. But the majority of it is literally just stuff that was given to me, which was, I was great. I like that. But like, say you're building a computer, and you're just trying to say your use case is like very general. Like, you want to play games on it, you want to watch stuff on YouTube. You know, kind of like the normal stuff that I like to do. You know, I like to have a computer that can do multiple things. So what you do is you can go with Nvidia if you really want to, but it's probably easier to go with AMD stuff because it's already in the kernel, right? The kernel drivers, like pre-built. Say you build a computer, and you use like AMD stuff. Like, you're all set. You get everything built. You put it together. At bare minimum, maybe 16 gigabytes of RAM. Maybe maybe like a 1 terabyte hard drive and a 250 gigabyte SSD that you can kind of like load the iOS off of. That would still give you enough like room to do a lot of things. Plus, when you do install stuff like Linux, it's a lot lighter than Windows. So instead of it taking like I'm trying not to like do a lisp or whatever. But like, instead of it taking like 20 gigabytes of your drive, it probably only takes about like 5 or 8 gigabytes at most. And then it like leaves you like a lot of room on your drive. Like, my streaming PC definitely has a lot of gigabytes because there's like not a lot on it. It's only the stuff that I really need. My gaming PC has a bunch of shit on it because I have like emulators, other stuff on there for my collection, and then like a lot of games basically. So like, it's gonna have like a lot less gigabytes in comparison to. It also holds like some video files, but it's gonna have like a lot. It's gonna have like a lot less in comparison to the streaming PC. Yeah. And like, as long as everything's updated and you choose like a distribution you like, which you can always go to DistroC for, just to try them out. You don't have to install them. You just go to DistroC, see if you like the environment, and then you go from there. That's basically what I recommend because unlike Windows and Mac, you like having 2 choices. Linux distribution, you have like a shit ton. So it can leave some people like kind of paralyzed, or they'll start hopping between distros a lot. I use Linux Mint because it's the most like Windows, in my opinion, but it's also not like Windows at the same time. It's like its own thing. A lot of things for me just work. And just because it works for me doesn't mean exactly it's going to work for you, but it's definitely going to be very similar. A lot of people say don't start Linux Mint. I don't understand that. It's very simple to use. I've only used like Zorin OS when I was like really young, Ubuntu when I was like getting ready to go to college and shit for like a little bit before I decided not to, and then I used like, recently like Endeavor OS. I tried Pop OS, and I settled on Linux Mint. But like, I guess the whole premise is like, if you want somebody to have like a genuine exposure to it, you have them like try Ubuntu, and I'm like, okay, well, that's not a bad suggestion, or have a bad suggestion to have them try Arch like off the rip. But the problem is with that is people don't really want to fiddle around with stuff too much nowadays. Like, with Linux, there is guaranteed to be some messing around with stuff. Like, I'm still trying to get Android games working on my computer, which I know it's possible. It's just that I'm having like little small problems with that. Just specifically that. Everything else is fine. Regardless, I would say try either Linux Mint, Endeavor OS, Reborn OS, Bazite, Steam OS Hollow, and Catchy OS. Because honestly, those are probably the easiest OSs to get into. I also Pop OS maybe. Pop OS is kind of weird. I don't like their Cosmic Desktop. It's just not what I like. KDE's fine. I like KDE. It's okay. But Cinnamon is like what I like the most on my Linux distribution. Like when I was trying out Pop! OS, I tried out Cosmic. I was like, I don't like this, so I installed Cinnamon on there, just trying to get things to work. Because I didn't like entirely understand it when I was trying to get like the streaming set up to work on it. Because the gaming PC is fine. This just runs things that it needs to. The only problem is I think I found a solution to my problem for. I definitely found a solution to my problem for. Oh, it is playing. Like, I did find a solution to my problem when it came to something like that one Android app that uses Wayland. I found like a thing. I found like a whole document that fixes the entire issue I have. So I'll have to run through that like tomorrow or something. If I can get that working before the stream tomorrow, I might actually play some mobile games. And if I can get mobile games to work, it's everything just works, you know? Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, damn. The Azure Dragoon. But, like, it's a lot. I mean, it can be a lot, but, like, if you're wanting, like, simplicity when it comes to Linux, like, you're going to see things online where people are like, oh, you should just run Arch. Like, 95% streamers, like, a lot of streamers, like, I guess, like, the Primo Gym, might be running Arch. Don't quote me on this, but, like, they might be running Arch. That's fine. You can run Arch all you want. I don't care. But I'm using Linux Mint because this is what I like. It's just what I'm able to get working and stuff. I'm not really running into any problem I can't fix, if there even is. For the average user, all they'd really install is like Steam, Heroic, their dependencies, updating their OS, maybe GE Proton, Glorious Agril. And if they don't stream, they can maybe like maybe if they draw on the side or something or something, like they can like install like Krita or whatever. Like it's not even difficult, honestly. Like Linux Mint 22 did do a thing that it had like did unverified flat packs, and what you do to get around that is you just go to the settings and you enable them because there's no point in them being disabled. It's only as like a precaution because not everybody knows if every flat pack is safe, but I only use the ones that I use normally, so I think it's fine. It was definitely an adjustment when I was moving from Linux to Windows, but the more I use this, the less I miss Windows. So I think in the next like a couple months, I will probably not be using Windows at all. I do have the install disk, and I have that for a reason. Because if I ever have to get a different job and it requires me to have Windows for the laptop, I do have a laptop I can use, and I can just install Windows on that, even if I don't want to. But, you know, everything's pretty good, so I don't really have an issue. The stream PC's doing fine. The gaming PC's doing fine. Yeah. Yeah. Also, the crazy part is, a couple years ago, not a couple years ago. I think like back in 2014, 2016, right? Wait, before, like a little bit before Steam like becoming a little bit, more relevant and stuff. It's like when Valve was like this beginning to get off the ground, when like around the time Dark Souls was like taking off games from Windows Live to actually like be a thing on there. I tried out Ubuntu, and at the time, a lot of things just didn't run right at all. Proton wasn't a thing, as far as I'm aware. There like the version of Proton at the time just wasn't there. Trying to run some games was a fucking hassle. And I think I used like Ubuntu for like a week when that happened. Like it was okay to use. Like, oh yeah, Ubuntu is pretty fun. Like, but like it wasn't doing everything I wanted to, and I kind of just didn't like. Linux users had it fucking rough back then. Like there's like, you're mainly using Linux to like code. Now you can use Linux to like create, which is what I like. I don't code all that much unless I'm doing something like learning how to do GD script, which I'm still doing. I'm just not doing it right now because I'm kind of making sure I give myself enough time for a lot of things. Which eventually I might get back into that. Because I do have Godot on my gaming PC, which if I might run through the documentation again and try to get things going, and maybe we'll make a game in the next 2 or 3 years. I don't know. I haven't really. I'm still trying to work everything out on that. And if that does mean that I have to do that, I'm gonna have to buckle down on it. Honestly. But it is something that it is still one of the projects I do want to work on. Like I didn't abandon it. Because I remember I was doing some streams before where I was like learning how to make games, but it was on Windows. And I was like, maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait till I like fully integrate myself into Linux, and then give myself some time to kind of like let it cook. What's this? I'll just take it. Oh, I get it all. Nice. But I kind of like just wanted to give it some time to let it cook after a while, and then like I started to progress. It was like a progressive thing. I was getting increasingly pissed off at Windows with how they were doing stuff, and I was like, I just don't want to deal with Windows now, because Windows was pushing updates to Windows 10, causing it to become more unstable, which I had noticed because things that were perfectly fine on my computer were starting to fuck up for no reason. And I know I didn't do much on the streaming computer. I said to stream and maybe do some editing and shit. But like, I barely did any web surfing on it. I only like went to like a couple sites. The only time it started to like fuck up is like whenever Windows was doing an update. And then later on I found out they were installing Copilot, which is like a no-no. So on Windows 10 you can actually install that. You don't have to have that. The problem is, a few updates after that, they started to push more updates to continue to break Windows 10. And it's completely fucked because this is what they were doing. They want people to move from Windows 10 to go to Windows 11 because they're oh no, my OS is not working the way it's intended to. What shall I do? Oh, I could just install Windows 11. That's basically what they want you to do. Windows 11, like, after you strip it away from everything, is okay, but it's still not good. In my opinion. Now, based on personal preference, I switched to Linux because it was the alternative. I don't have a Mac, and I don't really want to use a Mac either. But it was the alternative to Windows, and to my surprise, to get to this fucking point, everything just fucking works. I even got so involved in it that I started to write a guide. I started to write a guide about how to VTube on Linux, because I wanted to document this shit. I wanted to make sure this is well documented. I wanted to make sure it's out there. I wanted to make sure other people know how to do this kind of stuff. At least on the VTubing side. I don't have anything documented for OBS's bullshit right now. Because OBS on Linux has a regression. I don't know if it's Linux or I don't know if it's Debian exclusive, but like plugins will not work on like 30.2.2. It will work on 30.1.2, which is what I'm using. But it won't work on 30.2.2 for whatever reason. Which is, you know, it sucks. But being able to, like, do that definitely could take a lot out of somebody, especially if they don't know what they're doing. Like, there are people who are, like, the normal users, who are not, like, very tech literate. It's either A, they don't care, and they surf the web all day, and they don't really do anything. Or B, they complain that it's not doing everything Windows is, doing. Like, the whole point of moving to Linux is to get away from Windows. That's the whole point. And doing that, not only like, and there's like another thing I want to talk about too. Doing that not only frees you from Microsoft, mostly, I mean, I have a Gmail account. I'm not going to be free from that completely. But it mostly frees you from all the bullshit within the OS that you were using on like Microsoft and stuff. I still use Gmail. I still use some things, but like, it's not as bad when it's just those things in comparison to you having an OS like Windows 11 monitoring everything you're doing for no fucking reason. Not only is Windows 11 going to be monitoring people, they're going to be taking advanced snapshots. It's a double-edged sword because on one hand, the technology's good and it prevents you from losing your data if something happens. On the other hand, it's taking pictures of your computer and everything you do. And it's not even foolproof on what they were trying to sell it as. The pictures they take on the computer for Windows 11 are not encrypted at all. They might end up encrypted later because they had like shit ton of backlash. But it's not encrypted. Now, some people don't care. And I don't blame them for not caring because they're not really into this kind of thing. I mean, I've been on the internet for like, I guess like roughly, I'd say more. It's probably been more than 8 years, but I've only been streaming for about like, going on 8 years pretty soon. But like, it's probably been well over that too, actually. But like, it could definitely be fucked. It could definitely be fucked up. There's no way it's like not. Like you gotta be very careful with how these companies are kind of like using your stuff, like, or abusing your stuff. Okay, what the fuck? I think I was supposed to go back up here and go around. But you gotta be very careful with what these companies are doing nowadays. Like before, I used to not care. I used to be like, oh, I don't give a shit. I don't care what they do. They can take my data. I don't care. Now I'm just like, I kind of want them to limit how much data they're taking from me. Because as you get older, you kind of understand that. Because with all these security breaches that are happening, it's not good. And somebody else brought up the other like thing. Well, Linux is open source. Linux is open source. You should be worried about that. I'm like, I'm not. There's a good reason why I'm not worried about it right now. And there's only like one way for this to actually happen, and it's likely not going to. So whenever something gets pushed through on Linux, it gets seen by multiple people. It gets vetted by multiple people before it gets like pushed out. And if there's something in that code before it gets pushed out that's bad, somebody's gonna find out. At some point, most of the time. I mean, there's like a thing that Linux almost got hacked if it would have got pushed, but it was never like put out there. So like that doesn't even count. Like they're able to like look into that because like Yeah, I mean, it's not like how Intel is currently going right now. Intel had an issue with their microcode. What that is the code that goes into your BIOS. And the problem is they were not given they did not give the clearest instructions to people about their BIOS updates in their computers. So the main problem was it fucked a whole bunch of shit up, and like they just now released the patch for it today. So like there's like a lot of issues I have with these companies nowadays. Like I have things that they have, like I have a Google Pixel, I have an iPad, but like that's not like I use my Google Pixel like a lot, but I don't use my iPad a lot. I don't, you know, I have that shit, but like I just don't use it a lot. Like I typically just use it as it's needed because like I don't want to like I don't want to like run into problems with these things. Whoa. But yeah, you just gotta be careful with what you're doing because like the problem is like I don't want somebody surveilling my shit. Like the phones are like everybody's phones already does that. Like you already got people listening in on like little things, doing little checks. They can hear everything. They can't say anything, but they can hear it all. Like that's like the only thing, but like that's like to be expected. That's not like it's logging every little thing I'm doing. Like at the moment I saw the moment I saw like the recall, the moment I ended up seeing the Microsoft recall thing, I was like, this is the spyware. Like this is the spyware, and I think they were trying to like release something else that was like a keylogger. Like it's bad. It's fucking bad. I don't need a keylogger. I don't need spyware. If I wanted that, I'd install it myself. But yeah, you just gotta be careful with a bunch of shit. Okay. Oh shit. I don't know what I fucking did, but alright. I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and just get the power thing. And I'll have it by Saturday. And then the money I get from Twitch I'm just gonna hold on to. For my next paycheck. So I can pay more shit. Because I had to replace shit. I don't like doing that. Then I think like from September on I'm just paying credit card bills after credit card bullshit, and just hopefully by the time that's done I'll be good. I do know in September, no, I think October. Which fucking month is it? I gotta like figure this out. October. So in October, I'll be making a huge fucking payment. Like, it's gonna be like fucking humongous. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make a payment in September, probably like $300. I'm thinking I might pay like $600 as well on top of that. Because eventually I do want to get all this shit taken care of. And then going on from there, I should have everything like going and going, you know. I might be able to in October make like an additional, it's like $200 payment too. Like, I need to like budget this out, that way like I have money but also am paying on shit. That way by like December, January I'll be like paid off. Then I'll have like a car I can start saving for. So that'll be the next thing. So yeah, that's how it is. Damn. I still have to use these. I don't know. A lot of shit. A lot of stuff. Things. Wow, everybody's like online. It's like amazing. Hopefully by the end of the year, I'm on good track to start like getting rid of some more of my debt. It's like this recent paycheck was like a start, but like it's like gonna be more on track coming September. September's gonna be like the big one. Well, October is gonna be the big one. September is gonna be like another one, another one, kind of thing. Tomorrow I'm thinking I might do like a console stream. That's probably what's gonna happen. I'm thinking like something like Mega Man X or something. I haven't streamed that game in a while, and I still need to get back into speedrunning it. And a VTuber doing a speedrun on Mega Man X is definitely not out of the realm of the possibility it can happen. It's like honestly, like the stigma against VTubers sometimes, because there's some people who just don't like them. I mean, that's fine if you don't like them. I don't care. But like at the same time, it's like, why do you have to let people know you don't like them? Just don't engage, you know. That's what I've discovered after a while. Just don't engage in it. That's all it takes, you know. Then you got people who are like pop. It's fucking crazy how people can pop in somebody's DMs and say some stupid shit, uncalled for shit too. Like this is shit that I would have done in like 2016 because I thought it was funny, but there's a main difference between me and them. I grew up as much as I could, but I grew up just enough. That's the main difference, and a lot of people wouldn't like that. Wouldn't like me telling them that. I kind of hold my tongue a lot on Twitter. Oh, I can actually fly here. Holy shit. Hi, Mingo. How you doing? What's up? Welcome. I'm on Linux now. I am now Linux pilled. Gaming PC's Linux. Streaming PC's Linux. I am Linux pilled. Got another crowd. Oh, damn. I don't have that yet. I wish I had it, though. Another Crab's Treasure is one of those games I wanted to play. I still have it. Oh, so this is the dungeon. Is there anything I need to equip? I haven't even done my dailies yet. I wish I had another Crab's Treasure. That'd be cool. I ended up getting some. I got some games that were on sale. I got Titanfall 2, and I got another Dragon Quest game. I think it's like Dragon Quest Treasures. Got them on sale. It's like the only two games I bought. I was gonna get like Wolfenstein, but I was like, I'm gonna wait. If I get the Twitch payout, I might get that. Like, I might spend the $15 and get the Wolfenstein game. So I pretty much have all the Doom games, except like the new one. But yeah, it's how it is. You played the finals and suffered. I don't even know what the. I think that is the finals like a. What is the finals? Is that like a battle royale? It's like COD. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's team based, yeah. I want to try Marvel Rivals, but like I just don't care. Like, Marvel Rivals is fine, but, like, if I'm going to play, like, a game like Overwatch, I'll just play Overwatch. Or Paladin. Oh, actually, Paladins don't work on Linux anymore. I had to find that out. Overwatch works, though. What else? I don't know. Ah! Okay. Oh, okay. I'm definitely pulling mobs. It's definitely gonna happen. I cannot wait for tomorrow to be over. You gotta put up against level 100 people? Yeah, it can happen. I guess, I don't know if we're fighting it. We're just gonna keep going. I think like what a lot of people on VTuber Twitter needs to realize is to not waste your time with stupid shit. Because, oh my god, can I get healed? Why is the healer letting me die? What the fuck? What's the healer doing? Have to attend to something. Sorry about this. Oh. Okay. Yeah, but like a lot of people need to stop wasting their time on stupid bullshit. I've noticed that like, because I used to watch rage bait content when I was younger, and like I still have it subscribed. I don't know. But like I would used to I used to watch it, and then now I'm just like trying to watch shit like that, and I'm like, I just can't do this anymore. This is fucking. I have exceeded that. I have moved past that shit. Like a long time ago. Like you're seeing stuff like these other people are doing. That are like very prominent figures online who somehow have a following still. And you're like, well, the shit like died when the adpocalypse happened. This is shit that I think about sometimes. Just like the fact that everybody wants you to be better, right? Which I've seen it happen multiple times. Everybody wants you to be better, but at the same time they don't. And that's mainly on Twitter. That's like mainly a Twitter thing. Like other places, maybe not so much, but like Twitter's probably gonna die in the next couple of years, honestly. So I'm not. We're not really losing anything. Like there's Blue Sky. There's Blue Sky, and people need to, you know, the people that do act right that are in my community. I really do appreciate that. Like not getting into fights, not causing issues, like genuinely good people, you know. But like, there's just some people on Twitter, and it's like, oh my god, why you do this? It's like I wake up every. It's like every day I wake up and somebody's getting like canceled, somebody's graduating, and I'm like, it's like that Green Goblin said. Oh shit, about the quote Green Goblin from the first Sam Raimi. I am a bare minimum chatter. Yeah. Actions do speak louder than words, though. But the problem is, like, the majority of the internet doesn't, like, you know how, like, the law is, like, innocent until proven guilty? A lot of the internet's, like, guilty until proven innocent. Because they like to hop on that shit. They eat that shit up. That's what they were, like, that's what internet culture has turned into. Internet culture started out with, like, memes and shit, and, like, oh, the internet's, like, a world wide web with, like, you know, a lot of stuff going on. And like a lot of information. Like there's so much information on the internet, but not everybody wants to read it. Which I could see why, but like, and like to my knowledge, this is like nobody that I know. But I have seen people have kind of like they have seen like good people online, and then like later on you find out they did something fucking horrible, and you're like, oh my god, what the fuck? And then later on you find out it's not the case. It's like people get their fucking wires crossed and everything. You also have to be careful with what you say online too. That shit can follow you. I've talked about this before, but there's an archive that I don't have any control over anymore. It's an archive I was going to delete, but I ended up getting emotionally manipulated into giving it to somebody. Well, not straight up giving it to them, but giving them ownership. And then next day I wake up like I no longer have ownership of that channel. And that was like under a bunch of old shit that I think is irrelevant. So like, yeah, they can keep it, but any issues that come out of it, any issues that might come out of that channel that I don't like realize or remember, it's not gonna fall on me. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get shit for it, but it's not gonna fall on me. It's gonna fall on you for having that fucking channel because you should have deleted it. And like, it's not like all bad shit, but like there could be some things that I may have said like 4 years ago that I don't really want to, that I don't agree with now. Like, hell no. It still pisses me off. Like, I should have just straight up deleted it one day and just been done with it. Because, like, I had to, like, there were a lot of things I had to do to separate myself from, like, rage bait shit. Like, people would try to make me mad, make me rage, make me do a bunch of shit. They're like, there's still some people who like to come in here and start causing me issues for no reason. And I've already, like, you know, removed them. But, like, it's a bunch of shit. That's all it is. Anybody that knows me now knows that, like, I'm not gonna be the same person as I was, like, fuck, like, 2019. Late 2019. It was, like, later, early 2019. That was, like, my turning point. It was like, all right, I gotta clean this shit up, you know. I gotta stop acting a certain way because I'm acting like an asshole all the time, and you can't live like that. Nobody can. And it might turn people away, like, oh no, he had an old YouTube channel, and, like, yeah, like, there might be some things that I might have said that were fucking insensitive, but, like, I don't condone them now. Or I didn't condone them when I stopped fucking doing a lot of shit. There was definitely a big turning point on a lot of stuff. And I've talked about this before. This isn't the first time I've said this shit on stream. This is stuff that has came to my mind lately. But the person that owns the channel now, which is under a different name, which has a bunch of my old VODs on it, from before I was also a VTuber, I don't really want to watch any of them. It's just how I feel about it. Like, I feel like what I'm doing now is a lot better and for the community. And, you know, there's a lot more respected than what has happened, like, all those years ago. And it's usually just petty nonsense, too. Like, you have to do a lot to separate yourself from bullshit. Like, once you go down that rabbit hole, it's gonna be kind of hard to get out. Luckily for me, I got out of it. I got the fuck out of there. I was like, nope, I'm done. Nope, I cannot act like this anymore. I cannot do that. But it would be kind of interesting to see what somebody would try to do when in that situation, because, like, I don't have any control over that channel. My response would literally be, okay, I'm sorry that you had to, you know, see that. That's not how I act now. I don't act like that at all. People have known that for a long time. If you don't like the video, go ahead and report it and take all the videos down. I don't care. Go ahead and, like, you know, go ahead and talk to the person. Background things happening. But, like, there's just a lot of things I had to separate myself from. And there's people I've talked to about this, and, like, they understand. They understand where I'm coming from. And then, like, this wasn't, like, it's not like it's anything, like, super bad, but it's stuff that was, like, stuff I was still not proud of. It's like, it's nothing that would get me legally in trouble. I'm going to say that, so it's nothing bad. But it was, like, I came off like an actual asshole. I was, like, really bad with that. And maybe I might be exaggerating it, but, like, yeah. And there may have been some things I said before that I just don't condone. Because I was younger then as well. Like, I've made a lot of changes. I've made a lot of changes since then, because it's not easy for somebody to want to change. You have to. This isn't like a matter like when you see some people online, like, making twitlongers and shit about, like, oh no, I've changed, you know. And you notice the time frame has not been that should be the last of that, huh? And you'd be like, oh no, I've changed. And then it's like something like, oh, okay, I know what they're talking about. Um, but like, you got people who are like, oh, I changed in a day, I'm a different person. Like, that's not how that works. It takes you 3 years, and this has been proven. It takes like 3 or 4 years, 3 years, to change mentally. During those 3 years, if you make that effort, you're going to change. You're not going to be the same person you were before. Over the years, since I've like separated myself from a lot of things, like gradually, yeah, you could see that, yeah. Like, it takes genuine time. And if people are not willing to take genuine time and like, oh, I changed, it's been like 2 weeks, it's not long enough. It takes time. Now, people do have to understand that people do make mistakes, and mistakes are a lot different than just being a bad person in general. Because I can admit, before I was a VTuber, I could consider myself being a bad person because not too many people liked me. Now it's like a complete opposite thing. I changed how I acted. I made the effort, and now people like me. Now, if they see any of the VODs, which they probably won't, but if they do, I don't. My explanation of that would be like, hey, it's been a long time. I've changed. If you don't believe that, that's fine. That's your own prerogative. Also, I don't maintain this channel. This may be like 4 years of my IRL content that I did when I was like more brash and less mature. If you want it removed, contact this person, because I know who has it. Because they're the ones who stole it from me. So they are entirely responsible for that channel. It's not my responsibility on what's on there. If they think it's really bad, they can remove it. What I will say is the person who does have it is somebody that I don't get along with too well. At least I probably won't get along with for a while. And you know what? They can keep it. Because my current archive is a lot better than that shit. I gotta turn this shit around. Get over here. But it takes genuine change. And that's like a lot of these people who are like on the VTuber blacklist, who got put on there, it's because they didn't take any effort to change. They didn't see any of the errors of their ways. They were not very receptive of what they were doing. Like, when I was getting into an argument with Alara, right, at the time, and this is like probably the first time I've talked about this on stream. Me and her got into an argument online, and then like I was kind of like receptive of what she was saying too. So it's like, at that point, like, there's like no bad blood, because like people were having like a very like, that's how you have an argument, right? That's how you have an argument without like people throwing shitty words at people. Like, I've had to take words out of my vocabulary because I was just disgusted by it. Like, it takes time, it takes change, but a lot of these people online who are like chronically online, like, I'm online a lot, but I wouldn't say like I'm online in the term of like a lot of things to me that I read online is kind of like me reading like an e-reader book. That's basically what it's like to me. Like, I'm just reading shit. This isn't like, oh, I'm gonna be like parasocial or anything. Like, I used to be, but I'm not anymore. I don't really care. I do like watching Maximilian, dude. He's one of my, favorite IRL streamers since I started streaming. I am actually less parasocial than I was before when I first started watching him, because honestly, like, he's entertaining and everything, but I don't watch him all the time anymore. I'm like doing my own thing as well. So it's like, people need to like, understand that. And then, yeah. But then you have some people who are like, oh, the passage of time doesn't forgive anything you did in the past. I mean, that really just depends on what happened and shit too. Like, if it's nothing and it's just you just being in general shitty, then it's like, you can get past that. If it's anything else, then, you know, it might take a little bit more to get past it, but it takes time and shit. It takes a lot of time. That's what people just need to learn. And they also need to learn to stop hopping on people's cases for shit before it's actually proven. And this takes a lot. It takes a lot and stuff. And I guess like that old channel is like a constant reminder since I can't get rid of it. Apparently it's like a constant reminder of what I used to be like. It's not like what I am now. Look, I may have, and like, and there's a possibility that I may have said some things on that channel that I don't even remember saying, that I don't even want to know. So like that's like the only fear that I have. Like I don't know what I said. Like I don't remember any of that shit. I only know and remember the stuff I have on my archive and the stuff I have on my main YouTube channel. Those are the only things that I find relevant to me. Everything else is like not. It's not relevant to me. I don't care what they do with the old videos. I was pretty much done with it anyways. But it definitely takes a shit ton of time to turn that stuff around. And you have to put that effort in. If you don't put the effort in, nobody's gonna like pay you the time of day. But over time, you know, people get to know you. You start to get to know people, and then like all of a sudden, you know, people like you. I'm sorry, what the fuck? It's just a Smurf game. Don't go too hard. What the fuck?
Anyway, another Crab's Treasure is fun, would recommend.
I wish I had the game, honestly. I tried to ask the developers for the game and they just wouldn't give me the game. I was like, damn, I'm poor. I can't afford that shit. I want it. Yeah. But yeah. Just gotta be careful with what happens online. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if some deranged person found that channel and started going through it. And I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't care at all. Because none of that shit pertains to me anymore anyways. I'm not even the same person. If you were to compare me now, or within the past 3 years, with the person that was in that video, or the person that were like in the videos prior to me being a VTuber, I'm not even the same. Like, I remember watching like one of the videos, and like I was like so fucking huge at the time. Like, holy shit, it's not good. Not good for me, at least. I was like getting angry easily. Is not good. Not good at all. I think when I was like a lot younger too, I went to like counseling for anger issues. And then like those like later on resurface when I'm like living on my own. And it takes me a while to like figure out like, okay, maybe I'm getting played for a fool here, or maybe this isn't the way I should be doing something. And I think I've learned well enough though, like the past couple years, like on what not to do, because you can see that all the time on Twitter. Just gotta be very careful with people, which is why I'm careful with people, because like I made the mistake of trusting this literally anybody. I just don't do that. It takes time. It takes reasons. And honestly, I'm like one of the few people in the VTubing community who has like, it's really weird. It's like I went like I did like a full 180 on what I would have been. And anytime I meet somebody like somebody that I might have been, it's really weird because I'm like, okay, this is how I would have acted, you know, in so and so year, around so and so time. Why is this person doing this shit? You know. Before I'd be like, oh yeah, let's just terrorize this person. Like now I'm just like, don't do that. It's not good. Don't ever fucking do that. Which I don't know, maybe it's like a thing that has like changed with me over the years. But I do feel like the reflection of my change has shown like in great detail on a lot of things. I just like, you know, I do like talk about it every now and then. I don't try to be a downer when I'm talking about it either, because you have to be able to identify those kind of things. Like, yeah, I'll still get mad at stupid shit, but I'm not gonna like go in somebody's DMs and fucking terrorize them for a week. Not like some of these assholes do on Twitter. I'm better than that. I'll do it to the assholes on Twitter. If they fuck with me, at least. That's like the only caveat. I feel like the only caveat to the whole thing would be like, if somebody's being malicious to me intentionally and I have to get my hands dirty, people are gonna fucking know. And I think it's happened before too. There was like this person going around who got banned and like a lot of things, pushed out of the VTuber community. I'm not even gonna say their fucking name, but some people know who I'm talking about. Pushed out of the VTuber community because they were like doing some heinous shit. They got caught doing heinous shit. There's a whole bunch of fucking evidence of them doing heinous shit. It's like compounded shit. And they kept making accounts after account after account. The problem with that is they eventually started to harass me. And I let them fucking have it. They don't harass me anymore. And there's a reason for that. So I don't put up with people's shit most of the time. The only people I put up with are people that I work with. If I get paid, that's different. If somebody's coming into my DMs, because I see this all the time. Like these people think they're ahead of the game. Like I was like in 2016, I was fucking living in 2038 or something. These people act the way I would have, and if I ever like, I haven't gotten one in a long time, thank goodness. But when I did, holy shit, I let them fucking have it. And I didn't get messaged back either. And plus their account got suspended again. So like, you know, I will say that, like, or if somebody's like fucking with somebody that like I'm good friends with, they don't want it from me. They don't want this. I'll use the dark arts against. I'll be the defense against the dark arts when it comes to my friends. Like, holy shit. Like, I know how to play fucking ball. I know how things work on the internet. I've been here for a while. I used to be a fucking troll on like Discord servers and shit a long time ago, before I started making content. I was just a fucking nuisance. I know how that kind of shit works, and it's, you know, as you get, you know, in some cases when you do grow up and you do get a little older, you do realize that and you do identify that. Oh. New outfit. So like, yeah, people need to know that I'm like, I'm here for people, but I'm not gonna be like what I used to be a long time ago. Oh wow, stylish. I'm talking about a long time ago. Like if I started streaming for like 4 years and like 3.5 years of it was just me, you know, off and on being an asshole, you know, takes a while. Takes a while to get to this point. But there'll still be people who will go through your shit, dig through your shit, right? Try to find anything you little did, and then try to justify it as if you did it the other day. That happens to me, they're gonna fucking understand that hey, I'm gonna explain my fucking piece of this one way or another. And I'm gonna win that argument. One of the things I have stated multiple times in the past, don't pick arguments you can't win. Right? Another thing is, if you've genuinely changed, and you know you have, and you don't have anything illegal against you, that's a fucking big one too, because we're not talking about Dr. Disrespect here. Let's be real here. Because he obviously did something fucking bad. Regardless, if you had done something bad, but you have changed years prior, you don't even act the same way, then you have a lot of leverage on that. And this isn't me like talking out of my ass. This is like real shit. Like, there, like say for example, I start like getting bigger than I'm used to being, right? And somebody decides to look into my past, right? They're gonna see. They might find it. They might not. Regardless if they do, it's going to be irrelevant. If you didn't get it for me, and there's a thing called accountability too. People do take accountability, and I would take accountability on things. But it wouldn't be me as much taking as much accountability, because it would be really fucking old. Like, okay, sorry I said that. I don't say that shit anymore. I've stopped saying it for like a long time. Now fuck off. That's what that would like legitimately be the thing that I would say, because that's the only thing I could say. Like yeah, and like for like a long time, you know, it's just, you know, things have changed. significantly. Which is good. A lot of people don't like change, but I think sometimes change is good. And, it's also, sometimes, a lot of times change is healthy too. And it might just be like me just rattling on about shit, but like this is things that people on Twitter will not talk about. They won't talk about that they used to be a shitty person. Well, the thing is, what a lot of people on Twitter don't realize, and maybe they do, they just don't want to say it, is, and this isn't true, this is like not true for everybody, but for a lot of people, everybody has done something fucking horrible in their life. Everybody's done something horrible in their life. Everybody has done something they regret doing, whether they did it or they did something else, Everybody has gotten to that point. And the moment they get called out on it, in their moment of vulnerability, because that's what it is on Twitter. It's just moments of vulnerability, or people trying to clout chase. Which is why I don't really comment on a lot of things. Like, I may have commented on that one thing because I couldn't fucking resist, but a lot of things I just don't talk about on Twitter because it's a waste of my time. Had I been like 19, I probably would have given a shit about a lot of stuff on Twitter. I just don't care. Like, a lot of, like, it's like, what is complaining about Twitter, about heinous shit that somebody did like 6 years ago that, well, not heinous shit, but like, bullshit stuff. Because heinous shit is just bad. I don't want to use the same word, because that's describing different shit. Bullshit stuff that happened, like, I don't know, years prior to them, and they don't even do the same thing, and it's not really been affecting anybody until, that very fucking moment. Why was that, like, yeah, let them take a little bit of accountability on that, let them at least acknowledge it, and then just fucking move on. Because you're not helping anybody, like, fucking getting on their case about it. Like, the only caveat to that is if you broke a law or did something illegal. Those are the caveats. Those are, like, the number one caveats, because that's, like, one or two things. Maybe three. I don't know. Another thing I'm surprised people didn't learn when they were in school, and I'm not sure if they had, like, computer classes or something. You don't go around messaging minors. In, like, any, like, different, like, people have different communities and shit. People might have DMs with people, but you don't go around messaging minors in, like, a sexual way. That's, like, fucking bad. It's fucking nasty shit. Like, you've heard rumors. You are a Linux user. What's up, Zoe? How you doing? I'm just talking about shit people don't typically talk about a lot on Twitter. I mean, don't typically talk about a lot. That way, like, people can, like, just understand where I'm coming from with this kind of stuff. But, like, I'm surprised a lot of people on the internet, because, when you look on Twitter, you see, like, a lot of people getting outed for a whole bunch of heinous shit. Why is it that there's so many of them talking to minors sexually? Like, I get it. There's some people who have communities, who have PG communities. Like, my community's a little PG and shit. But, like, it's not like, you don't go doing that, You just don't go doing that. What do you mean you're 50-50? What are you talking about? What are you referring to, Zoe? But, like, you just don't, like, a lot of these people on the internet just don't understand that there are just certain things you just don't do. You asked how you were doing. Oh, okay, yeah, I must have briefly said that. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I hope you're doing good too as well. But, like, it surprises me on how many people online, like, there's a difference between, like, messaging somebody for, like, playing video games and shit, and then, doing that kind of stuff, being responsible at least. Then, like, when you're sexually harassing somebody in DMs, it's really fucked up. It doesn't matter, like, who it is, really, but, like, why is it, like, half these people online don't understand that you don't sexually talk to minors like that? It's really fucked. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when I was younger, a lot younger, You know, I was a victim of that. So like I take that shit seriously, and there's a reason why I have that rule in my Discord that if I find out that somebody's doing that, I'm gonna get fucking mean, and I'm gonna be really fucking mean, and I'll have every justification for it too, because nobody should have to go through what I went through when I was younger. I don't want to talk about that in detail though. Yeah, but like, yeah, it's like fucked. Yeah, their predators would find any excuse to act. Yeah, that's just a fucking problem. And then you have also another thing that people don't fucking talk about is there are also people who lie online too until like you find the actual truth, and then like, oh yeah, later on they delete their shit. That's how you know that they're lying. You got to be careful about that too. That's why this is why I emphasize on keeping your receipts online, because if you have your receipts and they said that you did something, you could drop the whole fucking conversation on them and walk away. That's what you can do. There are scripting programs on GitHub that you can actually pull conversations from, right? And you could do that. That way, if somebody tried to accuse you of something heinous, really bad, you could say, no, I fucking didn't, and you drop the whole fucking conversation. This was our conversation, and then you can block them after that. That's how you deal with that. That's how you one and done somebody online. You keep your fucking receipts. You don't cut anything out. If you said something bad, just fucking leave it in. But people have to have self-control too, so let's hope you didn't say anything bad, for example. But you keep your receipts. If they say something bad, grab the conversation and fucking drop it on them, and then say, now what? What the fuck you gonna do now? You already accused me of this. Here's the whole conversation of this whole, of nothing happening. That's why you gotta keep your receipts. Because the internet is also very fun, because I like the internet, but it's also very fucking dangerous at the same fucking time. That's why you have to practice good internet security, because it's not only internet security for your computer, it's internet security for your life as well. And not too many people understand that. Now, the people that I'm friends with, I have talked about this before. Like, hey, keep your fucking receipts. Keep your receipts. If you get into an argument with somebody, try to have like a conversation. Don't try to yell or scream. Don't try to fucking say slurs like half these fucking people do on Twitter. Have a conversation. See if you can talk it out. And then when you're done talking it out and you're still talking to each other, then there was no fucking issue at the begin with. I get tired of this high school bullshit. Like, yes, there is a lot of bullshit in the VTuber community that I have identified that I ignore because it's not worth my time. What is worth my time is the content I create, the games I play on stream, the art I might make, the Godot stuff I might work on later, my little projects I like to work on, doing stuff on Linux. Stuff that I like to do is worth my time. Arguing with somebody online is not worth my time. But if I have to do that, they're not going to win the argument. But I don't try to force shit like that either. Because there was a recent thing that happened in a Discord server that one of my friends have, where somebody was trying to start arguments, and I'm going what the fuck's going on in here? What the hell's happening here? They ended up getting removed, which is fine. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. That immediately removes the issue, which is what you want to do. That's the first thing you want to do. Before any retaliation happens in any capacity. You want to practice I guess your right to retreat, kind of remove them from the server or have them removed somehow. It's mainly for it's the stability of the community and shit, stuff like that. Another thing that I tend to find kind of stupid is people will there's these art scammers online, and Yomi's already seen this. I've already said something about it, and this keeps happening. There are art scammers going around ripping people's like model assets and trying to sell it, saying, "Oh, I'm a rigger, I'm a modeler." You're not. You stole shit. You stole it from people. It's not. It's not it. No. And there's also like people who are like using generative AI, saying, "Oh, I'm a new VTuber and I'm gonna start being debuting and I'm gonna like." No, no. These scammers are getting desperate. You gotta be careful, because these scammers are not very smart. I will say that. A lot of these scammers online nowadays are not very smart. The smartest ones I'd say are probably the ones that steal your Discord token, but they're becoming more or less not as smart as they used to be. So it's like you gotta be careful on a lot of shit. Just gotta be careful. You gotta do a bunch of shit. You know, gotta do a bunch of stuff. Down with you. Wait, why'd I follow this? I'm not trying to... Oh, there it is. Yeah. You gotta be careful. Just gotta be careful. I think that's all I really want to talk about when it comes to that kind of stuff, because, like... Yeah. Like, being able to identify issues with some assholes online is... Yeah, it's because I used to be an asshole online. So, I mean, there's that. Which, you know, which helps identify them faster. So, I mean, to be fair, it's like a skill. I mainly keep to myself though, because I have become more introverted over the years, because I just don't talk to a lot of people. I only talk to people I'm like comfortable with. And if I can get comfortable with somebody, or you know, get to know them, or you know, they find a way of getting to know me and shit, I mean, that's different. Or I talk to somebody regularly, that's different too. But this takes time. A lot of things take time. And that's what people just have to like kind of realize and stuff. Like there's like the whole bulk of the VTuber community likes to fight with people, because it's just a bunch of infighting. You got to be able to like pull yourself away from that and not be a part of it at all. You just can't be a part of it, because like the moment you start getting a part of it, the moment you starting beef with somebody, it gets ugly. Also, number chasing is a thing I've been seeing too, where people have been like quote unquote befriending somebody for their numbers. Not good. I've only seen it happen once. I will not say who it was, but I have seen it, and it's not fun. Just imagine being buddy with somebody. You think that they're one of your, you know, they're a really good person and stuff. You're having a good time, and all of a sudden they just drop you out of nowhere. Oh, I'm done. I don't want to play with you anymore. Toy Story 2 style. I don't want to do that. Nope. Fuck that. Like, nah, it's not it. When you're friends with somebody, in my opinion, you're friends with them for life. That's just how I see that. Like, there's a reason why I still talk to a lot of people. Because if I don't talk to those people, I don't have any friends. I don't want to, like, have issues, you know? I just want to be able to talk to people I like to know, and people have known me for a while. This is how I am. But like, there is some people who have done... Twitter is a place that should be studied in books. And it's crazy that the amount of shit that I've seen on Twitter has been on what not to do. People need to treat their friends better. There's also been recent discourse on raiding and running. And to me, I think it's stupid people are mad about that. Like, how can you be mad at somebody when it's late at night, or if it's early in the morning, or whatever they're doing, because they might have something that they might be doing later on. What do you have to be mad about when they are dropping people off for you to watch your stream? And they're like, oh, I have to go to bed, goodbye. There's nothing to be mad about. People are making up problems. So that's another issue. People like to make up problems for no reason. People need to just stop making up problems. There are real problems, and then there are fake problems. The fake problems don't fucking matter, because if the fake problem didn't exist, it never would have been there to begin with. That's the way I see that too. Like, but there are genuine issues in the VTubing community from what I do see, and I've been naming a couple too tonight. Yeah, it's just entirely fucked. I think there was like one more thing I was gonna say, but I think I lost my train of thought. I'll probably remember in a minute. I mean, engagement bait posts are kind of like a normal thing on Twitter. It's still not like. It depends on how you do that. If it's like, engagement bait posting is like, it has to be interactive and it has to be fun. It can't be like bait. It can't be like follow for follow, and it can't be like the latest one. Oh, I just got 10 followers, and you go check their profile, they have like 10K, and I'm like, what? What? Like, no. I hate that. Can't really think of too much else on any other issues I can kind of think of for the VTubing community to sort of, get their head out of their ass for. Because the sooner the better. People would be better off that way. Oh, I didn't even realize. Little Gamboo right here. I guess this is like a small one, but like... Oh, I didn't even do the event yet. I need to do the event. I need to pull up the Moon Fair event because I haven't even done it yet. I'll probably do that before I end the stream tonight. But like, yeah, there was another thing I was gonna say though. Like, yeah, a lot of people in the VTubing community kind of needs to get their head out of their ass. It's people complain. Okay, that's another thing. People complaining they're not getting like the viewership that they want, but that's literally just a direct result on what they're putting out. Or it's a very tricky thing, but like people graduating over that, I mean, you got to think about this. It probably costs them more to graduate than it probably cost them to create the content that they were intending to make. Reason why I'm saying that is because it's not cheap to hire a model mama to rig your shit and draw it. It's expensive. You can't just willy-nilly graduate and expect shit. Like, there are people who will and people who won't. That's fine. Like, it's none of my business. I probably won't graduate until, like, I can't... The only time I'm gonna graduate as a VTuber in this, in my opinion... I mean, like, I might have different models, throughout the years if I get lucky enough, but, like, I probably will only graduate when I can no longer operate a computer. I'm probably gonna be doing this until I'm 90. I'm probably gonna be on this shit for a while. I'm gonna be on the grind until I'm dead. That's what's gonna happen. So I don't have anything else to do. This is like everything that, like, after I get off work, after I get my responsibilities done, I don't really do anything else. This is what I do. Like, this is just what I do. And if it's not streaming, I'm creating stuff. If I'm not creating stuff, I'm, of course, watching videos or I'm asleep. Yeah. Like, this is just what I do. and I've been doing it for a while, so like I'm kind of locked in. Like maybe coming up 4 years as a VTuber on the 21st, but like in total it's gonna be about 8 years. 8 years of content creation online, and 4 of it I don't even want to fucking look at. Like that's wild to me that I've been here that long. And you got people who are quitting. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, yeah, but it might be dependent on your job and stuff. That's also a thing. But people still like to do it. They'd like to do it for fun. Like, kind of like how I like to do it. Like, it's very much a hobby first, then a career later. Because, like, if this ever blows up one of these days, if ever, there's going to be a lot of things I'd like to do. A lot of things I'd like to do. Whether I'm like, I don't know, 30 or 45. I mean, the age of 30 is in, So I mean, I have plenty of time. So, when that happens, I'll be good. But yeah, you just gotta be careful. You gotta be careful online. Just take it from my experience. Sometimes people are not so kind. Sometimes they are. And lately, these past 4 years have been like the best 4 years of my streaming career, honestly. I've had fun. I am able to talk more, because like when I was first streaming, I didn't talk very much. I only talked when I was angry. Now I can kind of like talk however, because I have a VTuber model, and the VTuber model kind of helps me with that. Because I do suffer from some social anxiety, because I don't get out of the house, if at all. Because I can't. I don't want to join a fucking fate. Fuck this. I'm out of here. Me out of here. Oh, I have to go here. But yeah, like this stuff takes time, and it really just depends on how much you're putting into it. Like lately, I've been putting more into it than I've done in years. Like there was a time that I got discouraged from recording and like editing videos because I got like because somebody fucking said something to me and that fucking hurt my feelings and shit. And I think that was like when I was getting ready to like start working on videos a lot. Like now I'm like sort of like ramping that up with like the thumbnails to start out with. But it definitely it could definitely affect somebody as well. Like nowadays it's kind of like I don't really care what other people might say about it, but like you know I'll make content when I need to. I don't need like shit to happen. Oh shit. Oh shit. But yeah, it can definitely take a lot out of you when it comes to some people saying shit online. It's just now I've sort of like gotten to the point where like if somebody says something shitty to me, I'll just say it back to them, and then not in the same way, of course. And then I'll just like leave it at that, and then not have to worry about it. Oh my god. You know, I'm kind of glad the way I am now because if it wasn't for that, you know, a lot of the influence on how I've changed is also based on my friends and people I've talked to. It's definitely changed perspectives on things. It's also definitely helped me along the way. So I really do appreciate that. From people who I've known since I've started on Discord to people who I'm still talking to. Oh shit. Wait, is this a golem? Oh shit, Titan's back. Oh. Oh, this is hard for Titan. Yeah, people are just like some people are just dumb online, and you want to avoid that as much as possible. But the people who have been good, thank you. I probably could have hit that uncapped, honestly. Gonna fight Titan again. Make quick work of Titan for this story mission. Oh shit. However, I do think like there's some people online who are like unreasonable when it comes to certain things that are like stupid and shit because their egos are knee deep in their ass. I win. Oh shit. Got the crag of the axes. Can I go to Thanline real quick? Actually, I don't think it's there. I think it's the Black Shroud. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Is it here? It's a specific place. I need to talk to some person so I can get more extremes. I am kind of tempted to switch to something else in a little bit, though. I do want to try out that mecha game. Might do that. You know what they're doing in the UK now with cops? Cops are finding comments that people made online and like going to their houses and arresting them. It's kind of fucked. Oh damn. Oh fuck. Yeah. Yep. It's just yeah. On the brightest wait, how does that go? On the brightest day of the darkest night, here comes Green Lantern's light. I think that's how that goes. I just saw a game called. Okay, so this is game. Let me see. Let me see what the name it is real quick.
Guys, he's sleeping. Rob the stream.
In my defense, I was looking at my phone. Trying to rob the stream. What the fuck? Oh shit.
Sell his chroma key to the black mark. Oh hi Kyle, Gansy, seeing you here.
Oh, this isn't the one that glows, I don't think. It's still cool. Oh, I got them both, and they're both Axe of the Craigs. I think I'm gonna try Mecha Break in a minute. Hey yo, what the fuck? Apparently Mecha Break is really good. I do want to try it though. I think the beta's still up. Is Game Explain going to? Wait, what's going on with Proton VPN? Oh, it's just a bunch of people doing tutorials. I am simultaneously looking at Twitter because, yeah. Oh, Game Explain is gone. So we lost Game Informer, now we're losing Game Explain. We're losing a lot of shit. Like, it's scary how much stuff we're actually losing. Like, yeah, what up? What's up, Android? How you doing? What's up? What's the game? The game is FF14, but we're probably going to switch to Mecha Break pretty soon. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. So I'm going to try it. And while it's in beta, I'm not going to be able to buy it, but I'm going to try it at first. Can I add it to my library real quick? I'm going to check real quick on my mobile app. Mecha Break. Oh, I have to go to the Discord to apply. I'm going to apply real quick. Continue. Just gonna do this real quick. Because if they can give me a code, that'd be amazing. Apparently you're pushing the Copilot bullshit on all. I'm not doing it. I think that was a typo. I'm not pushing the Copilot bullshit, Microsoft, yeah. Yep, that's how it goes. That's what they're doing. People thought I was fucking crazy. Waking Sands is ready to go. I need to talk to some person there. Yep, Microsoft is pushing that bullshit. Yeah, it's fine. Typos happen. So, a lot of my Steam games do work, yes. How do I get... Apparently it's available tomorrow. So what game are you trying to play? Because a lot of games do work. Like, there's a whole list. So there's 2 websites. ProtonDB tells you if the game will run on Linux. And it tells you how well it runs. And Are We Anti-Cheat Yet tells you what games are able to run on anti-cheat, are either supported or are running on anti-cheat. Now, there are some games that don't run, like League of Legends will not, because that's kernel level anti-cheat right there. Like Windows kernel level anti-cheat. There's some other shit that won't work. But it's like the majority of games that do not work on Linux right now is like the massive minority, because a lot of it runs under Proton. Like, there are some games that like will run, like you can play them, but you can't play them online, like Dragon Ball Fighters, for example, which is sad. It will run fine. Actually, you can play online. You have to use like a custom launch option. Then you have to play in lobbies. So you can play online kind of, but it's like not amazing. Then there's a lot of games that just fucking work. It's just how that is. Supreme Commander, what? Part of the YouTube chat's kind of blocking it. Let's pop out the chat real quick. Supreme Commander FA? What's that? Let's do this. Oh, I can have both windows open. I can see chat better. There we go. Supreme Commander FA, what does that mean? I can try looking it up on ProtonDB. If it'll work, and then I can try to see if it will be on Are We Anti-Cheat Yet. What? I'm not trying... What the fuck made it choose the Olympics out of everything? I don't want to see shit I don't want to look at. What the fuck? Supreme Commander. It's not even listed. Let me check to see if it's on, like, ProtonDB real quick. Oh, Supreme Commander Forged Alliance, yeah, it does work. It's not even listed as like an anti... It's not even listed as having an anti-cheat. Let me see what else. This happened 2 months ago. They used a little fix. It's like a Proton fix for e-sync and stuff. No e-sync, no f-sync, command full screen at a certain thing. 0 issue... Overall online excellent. 0 issues. Was able to play with and without FAF, which has native... This is a native Linux client. It works natively on Linux. It'll work. You just gotta look it up on ProtonDB. I don't need to talk to somebody real quick here. Gotta talk to your ranger. It's probably just using Steam's DRM. Like, a lot of stuff that will work on GOG, just Steam itself, or through Luatris, Steam itself. So there's multiple ways to run games. Typically, you would run them through Steam. If you want to run GOG games, you can run them through the Heroic launcher. Same thing with Epic Games and Amazon Games. If you want to run, let me see here. If you want to run stuff through Luatris, that's usually meant for games not really specifically on anything else. So you would just use Steam itself. You would go to Steam Play Settings. You'd enable compatibility for the compatibility later. Then you would use Steam Proton. And then alternatively, you can also get Glorious Agro or Proton Plus, basically. And then you can download that, use that, and then you play your fucking games just fine. It works. Like, you can also run games through bottles and stuff. There's a whole bunch of ways to make it work. Like, right now at this moment, I'm using Steam, Luatris, and bottles at the same time. And it's all running fine. From the EA store working. If you want to, you could get bottles, download the application that way through their application downloader, and then just download it that way. It's usually better to do it through Heroic, though. Like, Heroic is open source, so, like, it's just using the launcher itself. But, like, if you're, like, launching games like Zenless Zone Zero, they use their own launchers that are launching inside of that, so it's pretty good. Like, you have a lot of stuff you can do on that. Like, personally, I use Linux Mint because that's just what I like to use. If you want to switch to Linux, try looking at Air Max's videos. He does some benchmarking stuff. And it's spelled A1RM4X, basically. And yeah, like he does a lot of benchmarking and stuff. It's pretty good. It gives you an idea on how to get things running through Linux. Because honestly, Windows is fucking predatory. I hate it. Oh shit, that's a Gobu. Gobu. Bahamut. Games that require the EA app, you'd run that through Luitris. That's what you would run through Luitris. What is this? Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and exit the game real quick, and we're going to switch games. I'm just going to move the games and demos real quick. I feel like I've done this every stream. Not gonna really change it on okay, it exited. Okay, so if you're gonna run something through the EA app, turn music on real quick. Okay. This. Oh, I've listened to this before. So say you're gonna run a game through the EA app, right? Right here. You just install it. Luitris will install the EA app for you. Same thing with Ubisoft Connect, Battle.net, which I have right here. I can load up Battle.net, like right now. I hope I can. I hope I'm already logged in. I need to change that email. Forgot to do that. I keep forgetting to do that. Pretend you didn't see that email. But like, here it is. It works. Yeah. Yeah. GOG. I mean, you can run GOG here. It'll let you like do it that way, but like I mean, I use Heroic. Yeah, you can do that. What the fuck do I have two of these? This is what happens when you get a bunch of free games on GOG and Epic. They kind of like, you kind of get duplicates. all these games will work. And also, it'll tell you if a game doesn't work, if it's like this. There's something on here that says it, like, not supported. On ProtonDB. Yeah, same box. I'm just curious. It won't show up because it's not a Steam game. Okay, let me check something real quick. Also, more games get supported every day. Fortnite denied. Works on Xbox Cloud. That was 2 years ago, though. Oh well. But yeah, you can. So, are we anti-cheat yet? And ProtonDB are the best resources for this. You can go and click on status. That'll tell you every game that's supported. Arma 3 is supported. Fucking Arma 3. Tyler 1 shit right there. Some games are denied, like Destiny. Actually, they've been trying to get Destiny support for years. But a lot of stuff worked out of the box. A lot of stuff is like, I don't know. Mech Break. Broken? Huh? What's the details on this? So this is weird, because if I do that and I go pull this up real quick. Gold. Overall online excellent. They're using a Steam Deck, so the matchmaking might take long, but you still be able to play. There are caveats. Sometimes games can break, but like those usually get fixed. Like there's a game I do want to try out. I haven't even looked it up yet, but I'm gonna probably try to get Waydroid to work. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this chat blocker real quick. I think I'll play more FF14 on the weekend. That's probably what will happen. What the fuck? I thought I deselected this. I clicked on it. I'm a dumbass. Oh. There we go. Oh wait, so if I don't click on it, I'm good. Okay. Just don't want to keep it open. What the fuck? Okay, it's gonna work now. Get rid of the chat blocker real quick. Chat block. I played quite a bit of the MSQ today, I will say that. I played like a decent chunk about it. Decent chunk of it. Damn, I was fucking playing that shit for 3 hours. That's a lot, actually. But trying to get Waydroid to work is gonna be a thing. You could play Minecraft. Minecraft will only work if you get the Google Play version, though. So you could play like Bedrock on Linux while logged into your Microsoft account. It's fucked. What the fuck? Okay, I don't know about that. What's going on with Yo, somebody's in the beast lanes right now. I'm about to pop right in. I'm about to pop right in. Somebody's in the game. I pressed the wrong button. Who's in the game right now? Oh, DD Ultra is. Yeah, I'm like playing the mobile game. And this is because I own it on my phone. I can go full screen, I think. I think I have to hit F11 for that, actually. Yeah. See, I'm playing Minecraft now on Linux. And it's not Java, it's Bedrock. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how good things like this work. Look at this. I'm playing. You weren't subquit? Yo, what's up, DD Ultra? How you doing? You weren't supposed to find me. Ah, that's funny. They're actually against, probably because they think like they're gonna be hacking or whatever. Which, you know, that's fine. I have Destiny 2 on my I have Destiny 2 on console. I'm okay. I don't have to worry about that. I just don't really want to pay for PlayStation Plus, so I mean, I'm not really hurting for it. Yo, what's up, DD Ultra? Funny seeing you here. What's up? I wasn't supposed to find you, yeah. Apparently. I pop in Minecraft, yo, what up, and leave. You gonna work on your Make It project? Oh, cool. I still need to make a base there. I need to like dedicate a stream to me making a base of operations. You can play emulation. Emulation works. Where the fuck is this? There it is. Like, emulation works just fine. Which this is to be expected. Yeah, you could play emulation just fine. There's a Steam game I do want to try out. And then there's another Steam game I want to try out as well before I go to bed. I think it's Titanfall 2. That shit's like $3. I need to work on I need to work on a base. I need to make it like a Kylo Neko base, but it needs to go underwater. Making an underwater base is probably the best thing I can ever do. So my default runner is GE Proton 11, but when you start it out on Linux, when you have Proton enabled, you're gonna be on experimental. Now GE Proton 11 is like the most recent. And I've not looked at anything on Proton DB. I'm just launching the game. Right. you spent almost 12. Damn. Yeah, I've had days like that. I've had nights like that where I didn't realize I had to go to work the next day, and I was like up for like 24 hours, and then I went to work. It's happened to me before. This is Dragon Quest. Notice I don't have any of the turn-based games yet because they're fucking expensive. And I don't have the Muso game yet because those are way fucking expensive. I kind of wonder what the settings are like in this game, because I didn't really check anything. This should be like comparable to Dragon Quest builders. My FPS is consistent. Why isn't the game capture capturing the audio? Oh, 'cause I know why. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. Does this happen the entire stream? I thought I had that shit connected. Oh well.
You're not coming through here. Find another way.
Find another way.
So?
For multiplayer? I'm on medium. PPS is PP play. Okay. Multiplayer. Let me see here. I think you get something like Hamachi or whatever. Hamachi or zero tier. So I think you'd go to settings, networking, enable networking. Shutting what down? What, Dragon Quest treasures? What? Titanfall 2? Oh. So the reason why they would do that is because Titanfall 3 might come out. I mean, Titanfall 2 is supported. Titanfall 2 private servers will exist though, so I mean, it's not really going to be a problem. I do want to try it though. I haven't really played it, but fucking 60 gigabytes? What the fuck? Guess it's gonna be installed here while I fuck around with other shit. This game doesn't work online, but it will work on Linux. What do I want to try? Does God Eater Resurrection work? Next 2 years at most. It'll probably be a while. It will very likely be a while. Because they'll probably release Titanfall 3 and then like up the so Titanfall games are weird because you're making a big airship. Damn, that's crazy. So Titanfall 3, right? What they'll probably do is like they did with Titanfall 1, they will upgrade the game essentially and they will shut down the other one. Then you'll be playing an upgraded version of Titanfall at that point. Or they'll just can the fucking game. They'll just fucking can it. One of the two. Alright. There's a lot of games that do work, though. Out of my library. So out of my Steam library. Oh, 24 games now. Oh, wow. Okay, so 24 games are now worked. Anything in bronze will run, but it will probably run like shit. Anything in silver will run okay, but it might be below spec. Anything in gold runs pretty okay, runs pretty well, and then platinum's just out of the box. You get the out of the box experience, nothing changes, you don't have no tinkering with it at all. Look at all these games. No tinkering at all, you know? I don't think Conan Exiles works. Yeah. I mean, the Steam Deck is an immutable distro, so a lot of that stuff is like plug and play, but you can do extra stuff to make it even better. Conan Exiles is broken, but does it work? Because Proton DB might say something else. Okay, so you have to have GE Proton to play multiplayer. That makes sense. I was like wondering why I was signed out for whatever reason. And then I realized I was on a different web browser. But a lot of these games should work fine. Like, some might be a little difficult to run, but the majority should work. But you should definitely get GE Proton or Proton Plus. They both do the same thing, but like you should definitely get at least that, because getting that can make games run a lot better. I'm actually curious about something real quick. Where's Fate at? Or Diablo, like stuff. Oh yeah, do you know the Doom Collection got an update? See if I can pull it up real quick. There it is. Just install it anywhere. I bet this will run fine. It's quick, I'll just let it download. I am kind of curious if the Fate stuff will work though. So remember last time trying to run Fate and it required like a lot of shit. I mean, it required like a specific version of Proton to run. I kind of wonder if I still have it selected. I don't. Just download that real quick. So if this runs out of the box, it's fine. Like GE Proton's getting so good that it's like starting to become like it's pretty much on par. Like for a lot of games that do run on Linux, compared to Windows, it's like parity. Like it's like about the same. Let's see if it runs. Oh, there's an update. This is how you get updates, and they're really short and sweet, and they don't unlike a Windows update, this does not disrupt what the fuck I'm doing. It's fast, it's efficient, it fucking works. And it's done. That's all the updating I had to do. I mean, I could also do sudo app update, sudo app upgrade, but I don't do that. I haven't been doing that recently. It runs. It runs fine, actually. 3K FPS. You seen this? I'm getting 3,000 FPS. Normally, I had to run like an older version of Proton, but it seems like GE Proton 9-11 runs like pretty much anything right now. Also, I like this game. The Wild Tangent games, when I was I was like in elementary, I played this shit on the computer. Like you had to like use Wild Tangent tokens to play it. It was fun. Kinda glad they re-released everything and let you buy it. It works. It's an old ass game though. I'm gonna uninstall it because I'm not really playing it right now. What's the other game that downloaded? Oh yeah, Doom is downloading right now. Like a lot of games just run. They work. So like somebody's like, oh, this Linux doesn't have any games. It has a lot of games. A lot more than it used to have. Thanks to the Steam Deck. Inglorious April. It's launching. It's launching. It's doing shaders. And it fucking looks amazing already. Holy shit. Like, what's going on? Why does this look good? I'm just gonna... Oh wow, I get all this shit. By the way, I got all this for free because I already had the game. What happened to downloading mods though? Oh, I can get mods. Okay, they thought of everything. I love this. died. It works. It works just fine, actually. That's really reassuring right there. Like, the default runner's this one. It runs pretty good though. Like, holy shit. I'll probably end up playing this on the stream at some point. I do need to see if this game works real quick, because I have a friend that wants me to play this on stream. It's called Fight Night. I put it in Doom because it's got the same look to it, in a way. Like, a shit ton of things work. Anybody who says that it doesn't work on Linux, it's probably because their game doesn't actually work on Linux. And it's usually because it's like League of Legends or something that like nobody wants to really play. League of Legends, Valorant, Fortnite, I think. Linux kind of saves you from all the bullshit games for the most part. At least, you know, that are Windows centric and stuff. This will just run fine. I'm just waiting for it to establish. Yeah, back in the day it'd like run Doom through terminal. Now it's just like it just runs just fine. So basically, when Doom got released on PC, it was like, oh, this works. This fucking works. I might want to turn off the Steam overlay for this game though, so it's kind of lagging it. That's one of the caveats though. Some games you just have to do that, and you'll be fine. I'm gonna restart this. Because the Steam overlay can kind of fuck some games. Like the performance can literally get fucked because of that. There it goes. It's working. This is based on first load, so like it's not really gonna be a problem. Oh, there we go. I'm in the game. It's a lot of flashing fucking lights. Holy shit. I'm sorry, what the fuck is going on? There has to be a fix for Fight Night, 'cause I'm not fucking gonna play the game like that. Constantly flashing when full screened. It runs fine, but like it's probably having issues. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Doom what definitely was. And then Doom was like ported to a whole bunch of other shit. Oh, there we go. Why is it flashing? What's going on with this? Ooh. Oh, is it stopping? Oh. What's going on with this game? The Steam Deck verified. Oh wow. The first machine was a DOS machine? I think mine was a like a Windows 95 computer. I'm gonna change it to Proton 7.0 because sometimes you do have to adjust the Proton version to make it work. Let's do that. Well, let's try that one. See what happens. Sometimes you just have to adjust the Proton version, which I don't know why it's flashing, but this is ridiculous. What the fuck? I'm trying to get this game to run. Get it to stop flashing. Is there any launch options I can use? Trying to find like a fix for this. Let's try to load it. Okay, once you're in game, it's fine. Oh, oh, uh-oh. It starts, when you full screen it, it does that. Uh-oh. Maybe it needs to run in a specific thing. So apparently there's like an issue trying to full screen it. Okay, if you full screen it in the game itself, it's not doing that. But the moment you do this, it will start fucking up. So you have to full screen it in the game. I think it's a windowing issue. Because now it's just fine. It runs fine. It basically has a windowing issue. So you have to load it up, right? With the latest Proton. And then turn it off and load it up again until it stops flashing, right? Then you go into options and then you then what you do is you just full screen it. Then it just runs fine. See, it works on Linux fine. This has issues. Now, the main question is, if I quit the game, right, as is, and I play, what's gonna happen then? Oh. Okay, so basically it does what it has to intend to. You just cannot full screen it via the window because it has a windowing issue. That's all it is. So it works. Stupid shit like that does happen on Linux. But at the end of the day, it works, so I don't really care. What Shrine's a cool game. So some of the Mega Man games have some problems, but you have to do this. Which I think you have to do that with all of them actually, so I'm kind of wondering. Kind of wondering if this is going to be the same case, right? I'm only going to grab one of these, because I'm not really trying to. Need to get off here and get some sleep. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up doing the same thing pretty soon. Just double checking some stuff real quick. I'm just gonna probably stop a couple of these downloads. Go ahead and just not worry about this game right now. Oh, Proton Experimental's getting an update? That's crazy. I didn't play Master Duel. I don't even know why I have this installed. I'll probably just fiddle around with some stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and just raid somebody real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and just end the YouTube stream. Hope you all have a good night. And